Hello my friends and welcome, my name is Dennis, and as you probably know I like gliders also, airplanes, gliders, everything, and I've decided to publish the videos or series of the videos of my trip to France which happened the last year. I've done just a basic editing, but anyways you may like it, so guys, let's go. Hello my friends and welcome, my name is Dennis and we are in France, to be more particular the south of France near Vinon-sur-Verdon city. It's not a city, it's kind of the small town, it's better to say. It is famous for its big air club, the biggest gliding air club in France, and that's the place where I'm flying. I've obtained my pilot license in France. I made it in the beginning of this year and I want to continue to fly in France. Why am I so interested in those flights? Because the weather here is much better compared to Switzerland, compared to the Northern Alps. As you understand, the south of France is more to the south, so the probability for you to catch good weather here is much higher. You have many of the flying days. In Chennes Air Club, where I fly, you can hardly have a few days per month, and this summer was terrible. The spring, the summer, lots of the rain, so I decided to go to the south of France just for 1 week, trying to fly LS4 glider. It's a kind of the nice glider. It's not the best one out there, but for me personally it's kind of the comfortable one. I feel much better compared, for example, to Discus 2, which is more modern glider. So yesterday actually I already had a couple of the flights. I just forgot my camera for filming, and one of the flights was very interesting. It was very short, but at the same time very interesting. I had the unreliable airspeed indication. Actually I had no any airspeed indication. I spotted it quite late and I wasn't able to break the takeoff. I wasn't able to reject because the speed was already high. I didn't see it, but I was able to feel it, right? So the speed was high. We took off with the airplane. After the first turn, I told to the airplane that I have some sort of the airspeed problems. Please turn back to the airfield. The plane towed me back to the airfield. I disconnected and landed. Sadly, I wasn't there with my camera, but the feeling was nice. After all, I have the ground speed indication. It's on my phone. I have the special app for soaring, for flying. There is a map with all of the distances with your ground speed, and it may show you the wind direction and speed as well. So it's kind of nice that we have this kind of the software which helps you to fly even in those conditions. Yeah, obviously the ground speed is not very precise for the speed indication. You need to have the airspeed for your actual flying maneuvers, but at least you have some of the data. Plus minus 5-10% depends on the wind conditions. Sometimes if the weather is really calm, like no wind, you'll have ground speed equal to your airspeed if you are close to the ground. But anyways, it was a very interesting experience. I have never flown in a real flight without the airspeed indication. Well, on the glider it's more or less okay, you understand the pitch. Well, I've flown many times with unreliable airspeed indication on simulator flights, on ATR 4272 and on Boeing 747. But after all, those are simulators, and then you face the conditions in real life. It's different, you know. The airspeed is your life. You need to maintain it, not to stall, because you're not a balloon and you're not a paraglider. So yeah, if you have the airspeed unreliable indication, it's kind of the worrying thing. It's better not to continue the flight, obviously, and land the glider as soon as possible. That's what I did. Everything was really controlled, and as I say to you, luckily I had the ground speed indication. At least it helped me a lot as well, but even without it, it was not a problem for me to land the glider. I understand how it should fly with a 3 degrees glide slope. I mean, everything is standard, pretty much standard. Alright, what's about today's day? It's Saturday and the weather is much better compared to what it was yesterday, so we expect many people on the briefing, and basically everything will be crowded and there are not enough gliders for everyone, I think, so probably we'll have to share a couple of hours. I'll fly the glider and the next couple of hours the other guy. Well, today I want to start around 1 p.m. The weather should be the best out there, 1-2 p.m. and fly till 3 or 4 maximum. It should be fine for me, like a couple of hours Yesterday, after this first short flight, I had the flight for 2 hours and 30 minutes, all using the thermals. The weather improved close to the evening, so I landed at 6:20 p.m. So it's already been late, and many gliders already landed before me because the weather starts to collapse close to 7 p.m., something like that, because the sun is not that bright, it is not providing that enough heat for the thermals to appear. So anyways, we'll see how it goes. I wonder what glider would I have today, and that one with unreliable airspeed indication should be fixed today. Why did it happen? Well, basically pitot was blocked with the flies, some of the flies. Alright, I didn't see lots of the cars, kind of surprising because it's Saturday and the weather is much better compared to what it was yesterday. Well, we'll see how many people are there on the briefing. Alright, so this is our air club. It's a clubhouse where people are gathering. Soon they're gonna go for the briefing. Here we have, probably you can see the runway, and here are some of the airplanes to tow the gliders. And there are some of the hangars where the gliders are located. Yeah, obviously the weather here is absolutely great. The focus for today is also nice.
Voilà, des petits fronts orageux qui sont bien passés en extrémité nord-est des Alpes.
Well, it's going to be very windy today, and they will decide whether I should be allowed to fly or not. Alright guys, here you can see many of the gliders, and they're all getting ready for departure. Okay, so as you can see, there are many of the gliders. One of them is mine for today. Actually the best LS4 glider we have in the club. However, as you can see, the weather is not good on that side, and this side is much brighter. Gonna see how it goes. Now I just temporarily take this car to help with the gliders around, to push them from the field, because there is the training for the circles. And here we have the airplane going for departure together with the glider over there, and my job is to take the glider and approach. Check if the car is going. Yeah, it goes. Everything is good. What's the name of the glider? 090M. 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 Okay, let's go. Nice. So this is how we tow the gliders to the runway. The main thing is not to put lots of the power on this electrical car, because they're walking, they shouldn't run. And I already see that the rain is coming over there. Not a good sign, not a good sign. But anyways, we have what we have. So the plane is going for takeoff. Have this rope going to the glider. tightened. Everything is good. Okay, no one on approach, and we can pull the, and let's go. That's how it takes off. Nice. One of the first flights of this particular glider pilot, future glider pilot. Girl named Ksenia, and here we go. I think she's just 15 or something. There are some thermals obviously, but how strong are they? It's hard to tell when you're on the ground, right? Alright guys, from what I can see the weather deteriorates very fast. I wonder if I fly today. Well, it's not the soaring weather after all. Some short flight and landing, that's it. And this is my glider for today. Really enjoy it, and also it has Alexa system installed in the cockpit, so I don't need to use my phone. Very nice glider. Well, probably gonna push the runway and fly. Have just a little of rain coming, but anyways, I pushed from the hangar, so I want to fly. Just maybe in this area, just for 20 minutes maximum. Alright, let's get inside. It's kind of tricky. Nice. Whew. Radio 5x5, Victor Echo. Okay, alarm active, altimeter check, compass check, harness checked. The canopy is closed, briefing already completed, cable attached and tented, spoilers down, checklist completed. Speed is rising, and we can lift off, then following the plane. Quite bumpy today. Okay, we disconnected. It seems like there was some sort of the updraft, but I'm not sure about it. Yeah, I should select the gear up. Come on, something should be here. There's our airfield. Everything just goes down too much. Maybe those mountains create some sort of the downdraft because the air goes up and air goes down to the swelling. It's like a big depression. I just lost the altitude and that's it. Didn't find anything. Maybe I can find something here. Yeah, the wind is very strong. Just going down, yeah. So I have to go back to the airport. Victoreca, downwind runway 28. We are approaching high. I know it's, but it's according to our forecast, because if we turn the final, you see the wind is very strong. Alright, it was a useless flight, but anyways, I was just checking the gear if it is locked on approach. It's flarm. Yeah, just a useless flight. Useless. I should have understood that it's not really a nice idea to fly today. Alright, I wouldn't call it a completely useless flight after all, because the conditions are terrible. You have a strong wind, you have no any thermals in the area, almost no. And I decided to fly one more time, just for practice. I know, approach landing in those kind of the interesting conditions with kind of strong wind. The canopy is closed, that's the main thing. Okay, releasing the brakes, and now it's time to go. Here we go. Airspeed rising, and we are already flying. It's a little bit turbulent behind the airplane, but more or less fine. Yeah, very turbulent, but fine. Okay, I disconnected this time 300 meters higher than before, and we need to select the gear up. Whew, nice. There was something. it's nothing. Wind blows, it should help to the thermals to just get rid of the ground at this particular spot. But now we see downdraft. So there should be something here. But something really small. Still have pretty much good altitude. The wind is 27 knots. And nothing is here really. It's going down, down, down. Come on, come on, come on. No, it's far, really far. I hope you can see the glider below. So the weather is absolutely trash. Like it's very, very hard to fly. You have downdraft, you have updraft. Where is the glider? Okay, I have the cumulus cloud straight ahead. Still enough altitude to reach it. Yeah, 700 meters with a headwind. It's almost not possible. Not possible. Here is the point of the start of the base. Extending the landing gear. And turning here. Nice, isn't it? Fields, airfield. Speed brakes are working. There's one more glider on approach. Victor Echo, downwind, runway 28, landing gear down and locked. So with a headwind, it's kind of strong. We should be very close to the runway. Once again, landing gear down and locked, and we go just here. If we're high, it's okay. We're gonna lose the altitude with a headwind. So, just turning here, should be fine. And we're coming from above, like on a helicopter. You see, with this wind, it's very easy to do. The speed brakes, and it's kind of bumpy, but anyways. Speed is quite high. Yeah, it was my flight, the second flight for today. The landing was good, everything was great, but the weather is terrible. Alright guys, it was a fantastic day. I've flown 3 of the times, one with instructor and 2 times on my own. The weather was really not good, no updrafts almost, they were quite unstable. You have downdrafts most of the time, I think, as I said to you, because of the mountains and the wind was blowing from their side. Fantastic weather still compared to the place where I live, Northern Alps. So the southern part is better, much better. At least yesterday I've flown quite a lot. The weather was almost perfect, lots of the thermals. Hopefully tomorrow the weather will be better as well over here. We shouldn't expect strong wind tomorrow. Everything should be fine and everything should be fine. And I hope to fly the same glider, LS4. It doesn't matter on the registration for me, just the type LS4. I should fly around 100 hours on LS4, and after it I might have some of the transfer to the other glider, but I also need to fly at least 300 kilometers on LS4. It's not easy thing to do with my experience, but I may try. If you reach mountains, if the weather is good, if the cloud base is good, it's not really a problem to fly in the mountainous terrain in this area. The important thing is to land, if needed, at the proper place in the airport. And now I'm going to restaurant to Manosque city. It's not far away, like 15 minutes drive from Vinon-sur-Verdon, and there is a good fish restaurant and I like it a lot. Also, the prices for everything is kind of good in France compared to Switzerland, so for me it's fine to go to restaurants. I don't want to cook in my room, even though I have some of the kitchen, but I'm just exhausted after those flights. Well, I can tell you that I like this air club. I like everything, the attitude. It's just great from my perspective. So many motorcycles. So I'm here just for 1 week, and the next time I'll be here with my family, with my daughter, with my wife. My wife, as you probably know, is also a glider pilot, so she'll fly here days, and probably I'm also gonna fly if the weather is more or less okay, because my daughter is already kind of adult. Overall, the gliding flights are my most favorite part of activity, let's say. Even I like it better even compared to motorcycles, even though I like motorcycles a lot, but gliders, yeah, it's totally different field. After all, it's aviation. Motorcycles, well, it's more independent. You're not dependent on anyone. Here in a club, in a glider club, you should have someone to help you with the glider, to put it to the hangar, to put it out, to help you for takeoff. You need the airplane after all, so yeah, you have to communicate within community. But if you're a lonely wolf, yeah, the airplane is better for you, I think. Whereas my activity for a lonely wolf style is motorcycling. So I usually drive somewhere far away, enjoying the nature and so on. And here in France, I also like nature. It's just fantastic, and you kind of feel more free out here compared to Switzerland. Maybe because you don't have so strict rules compared to Switzerland. I mean, you can go off-road on motorcycle with no any issues. In Switzerland, you cannot do it. Like, all of the off-road capabilities are not for motorcycles, but for your 2 feet, I mean legs. And also you may do it on some sort of the bicycle. So the most interesting roads in Switzerland, in mountainous terrain also, you should walk and you should hike. Motorcycles are not allowed on the trails, unlike here where I take my Yamaha Tenere to the mountains off-road. But here off-road is kind of tricky because you have mostly big stones. It's not a dirt road, but the stone road, and if it is rainy, the stones are really slippery. For now, my friends, thank you so much for watching this video and have a great time.